Greetings, one and all.
Howdy, howdy. We're back.
This evening.
And we'll start off with a happy Thanksgiving to everyone south of the border.
Yeah, it's happy Thanksgiving, folks.
Awesome.
That was you tuning into a watch with a belly full of turkey.
Yes, yes.
I hope dinner was delicious.
Yes.
Hope your team won the football game, or is winning, or will win.
If you're into that.
And if you went to the parade today, I hope you didn't freeze yourself into a solid block of ice.
Yeah.
It's if the northwest coming down right now is just absolutely brutal. It's January cold up here right now.
I don't like it.
It's unexpected, unexpectedly brisk. Not that you're expecting it to be terribly warm this time of year, but woo!
And we're
she
pretty
got
sure
cold real fast.
we're pretty sure we're not backwards anymore.
Yes.
Let us know. Are we backwards? Can you read this?
Is that my left hand?
So who do we got in the chat here, you ask?
Who? Who indeed?
A name you haven't heard in a while.
No.
He's back. Metal Stage Show himself, Sinner.
Hello. Good evening.
Good to see you, buddy. JP Page 2 is here.
Salut.
Absolute Mayhem.
Hello there.
Hey, buddy. Jimmy T.
Evening.
Vincent Wiener.
Nice.
Adam EVH.
Hey.
Todd Flowers.
Hello.
My sister Amanda.
Salut.
Guitar Hack.
Hey there.
Jason Wade.
Bonsoir.
Let's see here. Michael Bishop.
Bienvenidos.
Dennis Briot.
Willkommen.
Good. Welcome. Bobby Clipper.
Hey there.
Troy Harris.
Hey there.
Did we say Todd Flowers?
I don't think so. Well,
He says not backwards.
well, awesome. Yes, it's great to be not backwards again.
Graham Campbell says hello from Scotland. Hello, Graham.
Laddie, hello.
Janice is here.
Hello.
Jeff Ripplinger is here.
Salutations.
I think we're caught up. 25
Excellent.
of these crazies in here. Thank you very much
Wonderful.
for tuning in, folks.
Great to see you all. Thanks for tuning in.
Scott Howe, brother-in-law. Brian Cote.
Hello.
Nice, nice.
Greetings and more.
Yeah. So how you been?
Good. Yourself?
Sick.
Yeah, I heard.
Wow. And I want to say thank you to the YouTube community. And sorry to anyone who isn't aware of who I am, but the well wishes in the chats, because I was watching from bed because I had nothing else to do, especially, and I love tuning in anyways, of course. But I'm just jumping from chat to, hey, how you doing? You feeling any better? Give me remedies. It was awesome.
That's great.
Yeah. So feeling better. So still not 100%, but it lingers. This bug lingers, folks. It's all over too.
Awesome.
Everyone seems to be getting it. Metal Stage says more guitar talk. Okay. No more shout outs. No more how we're feeling. Oh yeah, man. So let's see. In the week or two that was, since we last hung out. Let's see. Our last hangout together would have been when we had the Seawolf on.
Yeah, when we had Larson, the Seawolf Babcock on, yes.
Yep, that was fun. For Remembrance Day, which was also Veterans Day in parts of the world as well.
Yes.
So,
during the time Larry spent sailing around the world in
bass in hand.
Bass in hand, yes, in service to our great nation.
Thanks, Adam.
And
Oh, you didn't mean it like that, Sinner?
some of the interesting and hilarious tales that ensued. And
Yeah. And then I had our friend Jimmy, a.k.a. Broken Chains, on the next day, showing, oh man, he's got a beautiful guitar collection.
See, I really wish I had a thought of asking him to tell the story about playing with the reggae band.
Oh, yeah.
In Jamaica. That's one of my favorite Babcock tales, and it's a tale full of peril and adventure and excitement, and it all winds up with buying a bar full of people bottles of Red Stripe and jamming with the house reggae band, like a legit full on like
Hey,
Kingston.
we got Clam Fingers
Trenchtown,
in the
Jamaica.
chat. Says Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hope it's going great.
Ooh,
Or
was it?
been great, or about to be great.
we have a question
depending on your
already.
time zone.
Dennis Brio says, "Is the Epi Snow Falcon worth the $900 made in China?" Ugh, can't get the Gibney version or Gibson version. I don't know, because there is some nice stuff that at that price point.
Yeah,
You know, and I get it. You know,
um,
that's a good question.
it
But then again, you look at just the Epiphone Les Pauls are pushing in around 8 territory now.
they're getting pretty crazy. Like
So-
a standard, a standard is now like $700 new.
Canadian,
Canadian,
of course.
Canadian, yeah.
Yeah. It is Canucks with guitars after all.
Yeah, so it was kind of like, yeah, I mean, like it's realistically, it's only $200 more than like a standard. Or sorry, not the standard. The standard was 600. It's the standard with the nice top.
Right.
Not even getting into like the pro
Mhm.
standard, but like yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I can't believe it. It's like whoa.
I was just thinking that, Pepper. I'll get to that in a couple minutes.
You know what? It's not gonna be a disappointing guitar. As far as is it worth a $900 investment? My personal thing, it breaks my heart the idea of putting more than $600 into an Epiphone guitar. And I'm not saying they aren't worth it. I'm not saying like they aren't a quality instrument at that price point. Just like something deep inside of me just cringes when I hear like about like $999 MSRP on the new Epiphone. It's like whoa, yeah, whoa. And I'm not saying like there's anything wrong with Epiphone. Like they make a quality instrument across the board, and yeah, just some part of me cringes at the idea of passing over the $600 mark. Like that's what always held me back from a casino.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a good quality instrument.
Right. You know, I was thinking today that the fact that it's a holiday, just a random thing, I didn't think we were going to get as many people tuning in live, but the chat's crazy. We're already well behind.
Oh, there we go.
So we're going to briefly say thank you to our sponsors, Reno Fin Custom Guitars. And Ardens Music.
And Ardens Music.
Thanks, guys, for all the support that you guys give us. Check them out, both of them. Awesome. Yes. And we're going to quickly give some shout-outs to Clam Fingers.
Hello.
9 Fathoms.
Hello there.
Suave Trainwreck.
Salutations.
Frank Corcoran.
Hello.
Showman Blues.
Greetings.
And I think I'm caught up. Sorry if I missed anybody. But yes, and the next one, because I laughed at this, our friend Guitar Hack. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think of the Fender Meteora? And I'm like, man, that guy's been hot and horny for that guitar now for a week. And then, boom, and he says, I have gas. I was like, yeah.
I'm going to say the same thing.
You should like it.
The last person who asked about it on the last show that I was a part of.
Yeah. Well, either of us were.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah, we actually canceled for the first time last week, unfortunately.
It's different.
Well, see, I was thinking about it as the
different.
fact you like tellies, you like offsets. It's kind of...
You'd think I'd really like it. It's different.
Yep. It is, yeah.
I haven't played one, so I can't say other than just looking at it, my initial reaction was, that's different.
What, have you guys seen the Red Green Show Tweed Deluxe Edition? No, but I'd like to.
What? Tell me more. Start talking.
What you talking about, Bruce?
Let's hear more about this. This sounds like something I would actually spend more money than.
Okay, people are talking about some different things in here too. And JP Page is saying Sam Ash has old stock 2015 single pickup Les Pauls on sale for $400 right now. Great deal on a real Gibson. Only downside, Robotuners.
Oh, is that the Les Paul C or Junior?
Kind of like a junior, yeah.
No, it's a full Les Paul, but with one pickup. And the stop tailpiece.
Yeah.
You know what? I was actually looking at one of those for a while and really humming and hawing about it. They're nice. And yeah, if they're blowing them out for that kind of price, that's...
Hey, David Ennis. Hey, Quentin James.
That's a lot of guitar for 400
Yeah,
bucks.
that's a sweet deal. Vincent Wiener says, I bought my friend a bass, and I need a suggestion for a little bass practice amp. What do you guys think? I like the little Fender Rumbles are nice. The little PVs aren't bad. Yeah, I had that little PV bass practice amp for a while there. That was a nice little amp.
Bang for your buck, the Fender Rumble series are really hard to beat.
Hey, Rick Hefner.
They're nice
Scott
amps.
Nicholson.
They sound good.
Jeez, everyone's jumping in tonight.
The PV, whatever the max bass or ultra bass, whatever the current thing.
It's good.
They're good. I don't know if they're still using the big cheesy RCA home speaker style, like
either way,
club boom boom subwoofer looking plastic ridiculous chassis. What was it? The ultra bass ports or whatever the hell cheese it is. They're good amps. That just I don't know if they're still using that. I think they've gone back to like the classic, just straight cab, like without all the hoo ha. If in fact they have, then that's all the better because they're also a good amp. But yeah, bang for your buck, they're hard to beat the Fender Rumbles, and they're Babcock approved.
Yeah,
so I mean,
Sinner agrees. Sinner plays a lot of bass too.
Yeah.
Jason Wade says Bias Effects and stuff is doing a big deal tomorrow, half price on everything. So, wow.
Ouch! Don't. Ouch.
Yeah. Rick Hefner says I was not impressed at all with the Mini 6505, and I've heard that. There's something about them that.
Now, are we talking the Piranha or the Lunchbox 6505?
Yeah, I think the Lunchbox 6505. You know, like the.
The 15 watt as opposed to the semi.
Yeah, I heard they were lacking.
20 watt Piranha in there.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, the only thing I've really read on them was when Guitar World reviewed them, and they. Obviously, they add a certain amount of fluff to everything they're reviewing.
Yeah.
Even if it's something
as
that's
I had heard, they're
terrible,
kind of lacking in tone, but also, I think there's a reliability issue, possibly.
Oh.
Like, they're one of those ones that could potentially shake themselves apart situations.
Well, it shouldn't. It's a head.
Yeah, I know, but...
A head shouldn't.
Yeah, but if it's sitting in an approximation to the cab, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's disappointing to hear, my friend. I would hope your local...
Troy Harris played in about 9 different bands in the 80s. Lots of Judas Priest and Saxon. Nice. Cool. I have no problem with that. Apparently my niece Sam says, hi, Uncle Ben. Hey, Sam.
Hi.
Let's see here. People saying howdy to each other. Did I say hey to Jeff Harper?
Seagull guitars are in fact cool.
Yes.
And they got a seagull on them. A very noble bird.
Very noble bird.
Flying around eating trash, and I almost let one slip.
Yeah.
Plopping on you to be a noble feat. I think they're awesome guitars. I
think we're caught up. Sweet. We are caught up for now. But keep those questions and comments coming.
On the seagull note, though, I do think, and argue me down, but I do think Seagull makes one of the finest 12-string acoustics on the market.
Yep. My buddy Terry lives locally here. He had a Seagull 12-string. And a 6-string.
I've never played one that did not play flawlessly and sound immaculate.
I don't like the headstock.
That's what everyone says.
I know. I'm such a snob when it comes to headstocks for some reason. I don't know. It's weird. I like 9 out of 10 headstocks. There's just certain ones I don't like, and unfortunately, they're 2 very well-known ones.
Me and the Skinny Gibson headstocks, same thing.
Yeah.
When I was shopping for Gibsons there, when I was settled on the SG, there was a couple skinny headstock Les Paul Juniors, and that's just like, or Melody Makers, sorry. And that's just like, no, I can't do.
Can't do the skinny headstock.
Skinny headstock. It looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Suave Trainwreck says I've heard some Seagull guitars. They sounded great. Have one now and it sounds fun. How sounds nice. Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rob Franklin. Hello.
Kind of a stupid name.
He says I hate the headstock on mine. You have a Seagull as well, Rob? Like the Macmol. Quentin James and the Macmol heads. See, Even that I don't mind as much as other headstocks. In the Macklemore, you know, that's where they're the whole bottom half of a Fender headstock. Yeah, Quentin, just it keeps you up at night, doesn't it, Quentin? I know it does.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, some guys saying they got to check out Guitar Hack show from earlier. Hope it was a good one, buddy. I'm going to say that's an indicator it was. Random thing. Let's see here. Rick Hefner says, I've never played a Les Paul. I feel bad about it. You got to play one. You know, just go into a music store and play one just for the sake of playing one. Rob Franklin mentions Parker Fly. Oh, yeah. Well,
now, I have played a Parker Fly, and you know what? I will say, it does, like... If you can appreciate it for what they were trying to do and pushing the guitar forward in its terms of playability and sturdiness, they hit every checkbox. It's just really, really dated looking.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say they're ugly or stupid or cheesy looking. They're just really dated. They scream like you would have bought this in like very large oversized pants with your hair kind of doing like one of these things or something. And you had like the big collared shirt on, your skinny tie, and like, yes, sir, I would like to purchase one of these Parker Flies. I'd like to take my guitar playing to the next level. They'd be like, oh, yes, sir, I see you have a wad of cash, ha ha ha. And then you'd have left there, and then like had a guitar that years later it was worth a lot of money to the right person, but not really worth a lot to most people.
Sky plays one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said.
Yeah, and Bruce, you're right. The Seagull, he's talking about the peg heads. That's the whole reason for that style headstock, is to keep like the strings perfectly aligned for tuning stability. And I get it.
It's just one of those.
You know what?
It's one of those guitar engineering things.
The best thing about a Seagull, just give
to...
it to me and hang a toque over the headstock, and I won't see it, and we're good to go. Just do this with it, we're good to go.
That's the problem with guitar engineering. It's like they find out a way of doing something that actually makes the guitar better. It's like, that's terrible. Look at how ugly that is. That's stupid.
Yeah, but it plays perfectly. I don't care.
But we fixed all the problems those guitars have. Pooey. Pooey on your innovation. And then that poor luthier sitting there being like, I perfected it. I fixed it.
Did we say hey to Showman? We should say hey to
And
Showman
then the
just for the
lucky
sake of saying
ones,
hey
their
to Showman.
instruments catch on. The unlucky ones, they just become footnotes in guitar books where they're just like, and this guy went bat plop insane and wound up living out the rest of his days working in his local hardware store. Somebody found a cache of his handmade guitars, and now they're the fanciest, most expensive things in the guitar auctions.
Ooh,
he fixed tuning issues. Now everyone's copying his design 200 years after he's dead.
Dennis Brio asks your thoughts on the Charvel 2 PT with the caramelized maple neck and fingerboard.
Caramelized maple?
Oh, man. Well, like roasted neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to... I
like
don't know if I've played a roasted neck.
I like the sound of caramelized maple.
In our travels to Cosmo, did we play anything with a roasted neck?
Yes. We made a point of playing at least one thing that had a roasted neck, just for the point of saying.
But I don't remember. I'm sure it was great.
The Friedman, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Friedman had a roasted neck.
Yeah, that was a nice guitar. God. Grover Jackson, you know how to build a guitar.
That's a fine instrument.
Oh, and again, thoughts to Wayne and Mike Charvel.
Yeah. Thoughts to anyone in California right now affected by the wildfires. It's a
crazy,
terrible situation to get out of there.
Yeah.
And,
Neil Young as well, but it's not the same. Neil's got a few properties. He didn't lose.
Yeah, Neil didn't lose everything.
No,
I mean he lost a lot.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong.
Like, the loss is insurmountable, I'm sure, but it's
it's crazy. Quentin Chase mentions Nightmare.
Keeping you guys in our thoughts and hoping you get some rain for like a week or two straight or something.
Yeah. So yeah, thoughts on that Charvel. I don't know what the 2PT, but most Charvels I enjoy. You know, like when I think of a Charvel, I'm just thinking of a super strat San Dimas style body, or something similar, because there are a couple models that use that term. But anything that's in that super strat style body, I dig.
Yeah,
I dig them. I've always been a fan of Charvels. Always.
I've always had, like, they're kind of cool because they always came in the really bright and funky colors. I was like, wow, it's like a Strat on steroids in, like, a hot pink or, like, neon pumpkin orange. I'm like, it's kind of rad.
Well, I am a child of the 80s, too, so...
There we go.
Yeah. How do you
So
rebel?
that being said,
How do you rebel against your dad's country playing cronies? You get a hot pink Charvel. Yeah. You know, not that I did, but I, you know, yeah. Troy Harris loves Tellys, he says.
Who doesn't?
You're preaching to the choir here.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. Yeah. I love my Tellys. Oh God, I love my Tellys.
I like a good telly.
Yes, which reminds me, I got to touch base regarding your build. But speaking of which, yes, last time I talked to Travis.
I like a good telly.
Yeah. Travis he had talked to me after he had seen me share a post about Fitz from Helix.
Ah, yeah.
Fitz, they're doing a benefit show for him. For those who don't know, Fitz from Helix, drummer, was doing some roof work, fell off the roof. A lot of injury. Head, fractured skull, ribs, organs, rough shape, induced coma for a while. Sorry, there's some floating down there, folks. But he is doing better. While Rich cleans that up, I'll let you know. But they're doing a benefit show too. Helix at Eastside, I think it's Eastside Bar or Eastside Grill or Eastside Bar and Grill in London, Ontario.
Yeah.
Helix is playing, Killer Dwarves are playing on the bill as well, and somebody else that's escaping me. Of course, all money goes to Fitz and his wife. And he is on the mend. And so Travis, he's done a lot of work with people that have had head injuries and stuff. That's what he does as a day job, I guess. And so he reached out to me and he's like, I heard your buddy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you know, it's pretty rough. So, you know, just got the word out there and stuff. So I just went, especially Canucks, if you're in southwestern Ontario, if you do a search on Killer Dwarves site or Helix, you'll see stuff about it. Check it out. Amazing cause. Excuse me. Rick Hefner, I play a Les Paul style guitar. It's a Gretsch BST 1000 from 1979. Oh, cool.
Very nice. Very nice. I as well play Les Paul style Gretsch, but not quite that nice or old.
Question, what is everyone's favorite far out or crazy pedal? Korg Miku. It's always my answer for anything like that. Korg Miku.
No.
Because there is nothing more absurd.
For me, it's the Earthquaker Rainbow Machine. I love that.
Yeah.
It's one of those utterly amazingly useless and yet
limitless
possibilities.
Oh, let me think. BV shared it in the Facebook group the other day. The candled power phase.
Yeah, that's I saw that about a year or so ago when they did that. I can't remember his name.
Is it the Thorpe FX guy? No.
No.
No. Oh, he's not terrible.
Oh shoot.
But yeah, how about the candled powered phaser? Yes.
But that's not really that out there. I mean, it's a very practical and nice sounding phaser.
Yeah, but have you, when you see it,
it's just an
you couldn't gig with it.
It's an impractical apparatus, but like the actual effect itself is
okay. Dennis Brioa says the new Dinky Charvel. I dig that line. I get it. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that candle power thing.
It's pretty sweet.
Let's see here. Telling guys to have tellies. Well, that's right, Guitar Hack. Even though he's got a slew of Les Pauls, he's still got to have a telly.
You gotta have a telly.
You got to have both, basically. Because if you're ever doing any kind of recording, even home recording, you get such a dichotomy, right? 80% to each side. Les Paul on one side, telly on the other. You're going to have the fullest flipping sound. Play through the exact same rig. Dennis Brios says a TC Electronics Freakout. Yep. Those are pretty crazy. Or what is it? The Quintessence thing, the harmonizer, their harmonizer thing. with the mash option. Yeah.
Oh, right. The one where you can do the pedal steel.
Yeah,
right.
basically. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'd like to get my hands on one of them.
The Digitech Slammy does that. Or Digitech. The EHX Slammy does that as well.
Yeah, but not as good. Because I was, at that time I'm like, ooh, what's a little more affordable? Because, TC Electronics isn't too cheap around here, so. But, Oh, Eddie Van Haskell, of course, is asking you to grab the accordion and play Lady of Spain. Because it wouldn't be a show without him asking you to play Lady of Spain on the accordion.
Very true, very true.
Hey, Zach Thong says, hey.
Hello. How you doing, buddy?
Let's see here.
How's things out the 401 there?
Absolute Mayhem says the vape shop's just not the same was in there today. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Hey, JKJ House of Harleys. Hello, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to all in the States. Yes.
Hello there.
Or for those, I'll say Happy Thanksgiving to anyone who had a big dinner tonight. There we go. Everyone's saying hey to each other. Oh, hey, look, we're actually caught up again. Awesome.
There we go.
So, yes, the MacGyvox. I was going to mention,
MacGyvox.
since the last episode has been further modded.
It's gone a little bit further.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, go back a few shows. It's been an ongoing evolution of voxiness by Mr. Shanahan here.
MacGyver project that just won't quit. So I'd really wanted to try, because I found another guy's page for Pathfinder mods. And he had a couple listed there that I hadn't actually seen on any of the other pages.
Oh.
And one of them was doing the C8 mod, which increases your volume on the clean channel. What he didn't mention is it consequentially removes your gain limiting on the clean channel. So the clean channel's gain now functions as an actual gain. When you get it up, it isn't that pleasing. I mean, if you wanted to play some old Black Sabbath or something with a really ratty kind of fuzz.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. But for voxiness, it misses the mark quite a lot. It doesn't affect the dirty channel at all, so I was like, I might just fix that back up. But the other one was I tried the bass boost mod, which he had listed there, which he had highly recommended doing for anyone that's modding theirs to use with an external cabinet.
Right.
He said it gives it back that wump that is missing because they put in a high-pass filter to keep the wee little speaker from blowing. It literally did nothing but amplify all the features about that amp I don't like. It just it amplified all of the worst.
It was a bleh boost.
Yeah, it totally boosted all of the worst characteristics of that amp. So I was like, no, we'll solder that back down there. And then I did the low pass filter removal, which is the top boost mod. And he recommended not doing it because he said it sounded extremely shrill.
Ooh, now you're talking.
And I was like, well, that's the problem I'm having with it. It wasn't bright enough.
Right.
I don't find it's bright enough to be a Vox. So I did that. But thinking for good measure, this might be the kind of thing I'd like to have switchable in case, it's really nice but a little too shrill. Like a good Vox should be. And it's perfect amount of shrillness, actually. It's added a little bit of inherent weird noise when you touch plastic parts of the guitar, which I find hilarious. This is the first time ever I can make noise touching the plastic on a guitar as opposed to the bridge or something. But other than that, yeah, it's a significant difference. It's way more voxy. It brings out that chime a lot more. And I very crudely fashioned a switch, which I had made a casing for very crudely from stuff at the hardware store. It unfortunately didn't fit, so I had to even further crudely fashion it in there using a foam backing and a bit of electrical tape to seal it all in. It's not necessarily the original plan I was going for, but it's what wound up happening for like $6 worth of crap at the hardware store. So I was like, why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna reply to Absolute Mayhem. That's not a bag. That's a piece of tinfoil to block the light. Otherwise, you get a weird glare. You should have known. We've been doing that for 8-9 months. So maybe somebody needs to put something down. And
Sometimes since we have that innovation.
Uh,
Yeah, so that's the latest on the MacGyver box. Here, we'll show you just what exactly the top boost mod
Yes.
has done for the old box.
He may or may not be in tune, folks.
Yeah, it's really hot down here, and it's been really cold out, so it's kind of been wrecking havoc on all the tuning down. It's close enough. All right, so this is
Normal.
on my normal setting with the normalness. So it's kind of boxy, like passably boxy. And I reach back here, flick the old top boost on. That's a lot more boxy, especially kind of clean that up back here. Yeah, so
So there you go.
it was a nice little Saturday afternoon project that turned out quite.
Everyone's asking you to tune. Well, he's done. Mayhem
At
says,
least
sounds
you
like the
had
intro
the
to
warrant.
Kids in the Hall. They might be giants?
Shadowy Man on Shadowy Planet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Shadow Man and Shadowy Planet. Yeah, similar genre. Those two bands.
No, Shadowy Man and Shadowy Planet were a surf band, basically.
Yeah, I guess.
They might be giants for a ska band.
I'm just thinking twang.
Yeah.
Dennis Brio says, cold out, freezing my ass off in New Hampshire. And I assume you pronounce it Brio, even though you're in New Hampshire. Could be Briot, but I'm assuming Brio.
But yeah, so the Vox Top Boost Pathfinder mod.
Oh,
well worth the,
Troy Harris got a
feeling.
player Fender coming tomorrow. Nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. My sister's saying everyone give a thumbs up. Well, we got 16 thumbs ups. That's cool. That's cool. We'll take 17. That's cool. Yes, if you guys have any other questions, comments, or anything, how are we doing? We're about halfway through the show, give or take. Nice. Ooh, Rick Hefner saying, talk about cold. I'm at 10,000 feet in the Colorado Rockies. Touche, sir.
That's bound to be nippy.
Yep.
Bound to be nippy.
Yeah. It's cold enough. It's cold. Really, it starts getting colder, but it's just, you're cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think the shock is that it hit. We normally have that 1 week of suck before it starts to get cold.
Yeah.
And it's just we didn't. We kind of went from tolerable straight into
Yeah.
freight train to the face cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
I judge it on what jacket I have to wear to work in the morning. I usually have a phase where I can go from spring jacket and there's a day or two where I'm ooh, I really should have worn something thicker. Then there's a week of hoodie, maybe 2 weeks of hoodie, and then I move over to the asbestos jacket. I was straight into asbestos. It was spring coat, 1 day of hoodie, and then asbestos full on.
Yeah.
It's not actually an asbestos jacket. I just call it that. It's this really, 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 really thick old canvas and.
Guitar Hack says
Horsehair
coldest November 22nd on
stuffed
record
jacket.
in Toronto.
Yeah.
So there we are, and we're downwind. So
It's cold, folks. It's cold.
yeah, it's not cool. So there we go.
In fact, it is so bloody cold and windy that even the guys down in New York State weren't surfing on Lake Ontario, despite there having some of the biggest waves on the lakes yesterday. Windy.
Todd. It's freezing down here, Ben. 63 Fahrenheit. He's in Florida.
Oh.
Yeah, but you sweat your balls off in the summer. Can I say that?
We
did.
don't have hurricanes in it.
Yeah. Well, not very often.
We get the tail ends of them, but mostly
Yeah.
it's just a good thorough.
Troy Harris says 52 in
smattering of
Texas.
rain.
Yeah, so it's cool in Texas too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Nixon says our snow is almost gone. What, I'll blow into Saskatchewan?
But
Oh, couldn't resist.
it's windy enough.
It's so
man.
cold
It's windy
down
enough.
to-
That Eric
ha,
Blow
ha,
coming
ha,
in there
ha,
right now
mayhem.
is just.
A classic joke. I'll let you read it.
Yeah, Yeah. Yeah. It's that
Yeah.
cold. Actually, no, it's not quite that cold.
Yes. Oh, Dennis. Actually, yes. We were discussing that off air. Good. Thank you. The Tone King's new axe has bell brass frets. I heard the brass,
Yes.
but for nuts, but frets. Your thoughts? Yeah, like literally.
We were just talking about
Yeah,
that like
brass
minutes
nuts.
before we went on
I
air.
I grew up like in my dad mainly playing country music, so guys hot rod and tellies with brass parts, like
Brass saddles, brass nuts.
yeah, that I got it. You know, we like dad would play a benefit show with like 6 bands playing, and there was always like that one guy in one of the 6 bands where with the hot rod and telly,
Yeah.
because he had gone down and hung out in Nashville for a while, so he thought, you know, well, I'm gonna get a hot Nashville telly, and he did, and they did.
Do what the boys are doing.
Yep. And that's how you get that sound, son.
Yeah,
You know.
you gotta do what the boys are doing.
Reason why we put the brass nut in the 71 telly. For that exact reason.
Which I'll never do again. God love you, but I'll never do that again.
No, we have to outsource that. Jimmy T says Sydney suburbs. Yeah, city had a dust storm yesterday. Well, yeah, you're moving into spring now, right? So. Gotcha. Yeah.
And that
I
brings
hadn't
its
heard
own
of
level,
the
so.
brass frets. That was the first time I had heard of them. But as soon as TK had mentioned that, it made sense to me because, as I said to you, I had seen that Adam Reaver has been using naval brass for a variety of parts from FU Tone. And I would imagine naval brass is bell brass. Like, it's a hard, obviously, brass alloy. So it makes sense. And, man, I thought of a variety of applications. Like, for instance, just off top, a Black Beauty Les Paul, black and gold. Throw those frets, it would just make it that little bit more.
My only thought is they tarnish.
Yeah, but bell brass doesn't. Because naval brass doesn't, because you're at sea.
Well, I suppose so.
Yeah. That's the great thing about it.
I suppose so. Yeah, that's exactly entirely why they would. All right, no, that's right.
Yeah. It's the stainless steel of brass.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's probably exactly what it is. Alloy is stainless steel and brass.
So, yeah, now that I'm aware of it, I'm going to inquire about that. Because, like, price point what? Like, is it ridiculous amount of money to buy, say, enough of that particular fret wire, if it even exists? Because who knows, Framus may even have made that stuff themselves,
Yeah.
right? Because they may get...
Well,
yeah.
I imagine
They're pretty crazy.
If it's there, if somebody's got it, somebody's
Yeah,
making
so
it.
if it's available for sale at the manufacturing level, I'd be curious to see about putting some of that into a Reno Fin product.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be interesting. Guitar hack. No gold. Hey, dude, if you want a Les Paul custom, you got to go gold.
One of the reasons I just can't.
You want that cool diamond on the headstock? You got to put up with the gold.
Yeah,
Unless you just change it out.
I'd buy one and then sink like another couple $100
say
into
to just
changing
chrome parts.
all the hardware on it. And it's too much.
Yeah, Dennis says Framus got it from somewhere. Yeah, like I say,
Yeah,
unless
exactly. If they're getting it, they're getting it.
yeah,
somewhere.
unless
Like,
they're able to
not-
buy a rod of the stuff and they're able to change it into fret
I
wire.
don't think they're pulling their own fret wire.
Yeah.
It's. Why would they have the equipment to do it?
Yeah. No, C-Hack just said the same thing as you replace the hardware with chrome.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't mind gold hardware because it tarnishes and fades and looks ugly and...
Someday my Strat is going to get the hardware changed. It's
Oh, yeah, you've
it's
got gold hardware on the
so
Strat.
low on the priority list that it's not happening anytime soon. I'll put it that way. But yeah, I hate the look of gold hardware. It's just leaves a bad taste in my mouth just looking at it. Especially on an acoustic. Like, there's something about gold hardware on an acoustic that just irritates me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. There's something about gold tuning keys on
I
an
have
acoustic that irritates
gold hardware
me.
on one of my acoustics.
Makes me want to scowl at it.
You getting a bit of a lag, Troy? Weird. I hope
Unless
not.
it's a really dark guitar. I guess it works on.
Which I'm
really
surprised
dark.
Mayhem hasn't mentioned. We should be much clearer. Somebody upgraded his internet
Yeah,
bandwidth
let us know.
considerably.
Is our picture quality like that much more spiffy? Can you?
Yeah, with the exception of Troy. Sorry, Troy.
Our spiffiness and such forth.
Yeah. Yes. The man upgraded his infrastructure. Unfortunately, I can't get the same service where I live, but hopefully one day.
I had to fight to bloody well get it. It was not the greatest customer service experience in the world.
Yeah.
The first representative I was speaking to from the service provider, she got frustrated when I was trying to like give my phone number, and she kept cutting me off, and then when like I'd start to resume, and then she cut me off, so then I'd just sit there in silence. She's like, "Can I have your phone number, sir?" I'm like, "Yes, it's 613." I'm like, and then she hung up on me, and I was like, "Well, that's not great." So then I called back and got another person, and I was like, "Yeah, round two here. Let's try and get this a bit better." It wasn't so fantastic. He was kind of like pushing the TV on me. He's like, "Get the TV too." I'm like, "I don't want the bloody TV. I don't watch TV. I don't need the bloody TV." "Well, how about this?" He's like, "I'll waive your installation fee if you get the TV." I'm like, "No. Like, how much is the installation fee?" He's like, $120. I'm like, "How much is the TV for a year?" And he's like, "Well, it's $120, but because it's on deal with the internet right now." And he goes, "So like, you get the free installation fee." So I've got a useless cable package with like 10 channels, and none of the 10 channels are channels I want. Well, except the news. I get my news channel, which is the only thing I
Hey,
ever
we got
watch.
Lando in the house. Hey, Lando.
Hello, hello.
We were talking earlier about Voxes.
We were, in fact.
Mayhem says we look great on a 34-inch ultra wide. Just saying. Good.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Good. Glad to hear.
Yeah, so but it's anyway.
See you
the
later,
internet's much
JKJ.
faster.
Or JJK, sorry.
End of the day, internet is much faster. I'm pretty happy. Life is good.
Quentin says he has 1 meg service. It'll be faster if I just came to everyone's house and played guitar for them. I hear you, buddy. I hear you.
I mean,
Worst for me is like I'm literally 1 mile out of town.
yeah. Like if you were to go,
Like they literally stopped right at the city limits for any kind of infrastructure for internet.
if you were to go within like a half a kilometer of your house, they have high speed.
Yeah.
Just down the road.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see high speed. Yeah, Lando, he upgraded his internet, so that helps, yeah, considerably. So
I'm not sweating through like a drug withdrawal, folks. It just there's a fireplace
right there.
And it's
Yeah, he's
blowing
blocking
right
a lot of
at
heat
me,
for me.
and it is just I'm gonna turn it off actually.
There we go. So how we doing here?
Not an actual fireplace.
Apparently, I still need new glasses.
For those of
'cause-
you who are wondering how I was turning it off, I'm not just chucking water. It's a gas fireplace. It's got the fake logs.
Yes, it sounds like somebody may be home.
But whew, it's an efficient little unit.
Yeah.
Although the bloody gas bill's gone up quite a bit this year.
Does anyone know what's on Rich's T-shirt?
For those of you who did well in chemistry class.
Hey, there's Shane from In the Blues. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Great hangout last Saturday night. He had everybody on. I was telling you about that.
yes, of the giant
That was
consulate.
awesome. Yeah. It was awesome.
Yes, tremendous.
Yeah. And I remember you said at one point, I was telling him, you were like, whoa, we're ignoring the chat if you have any questions. And there was like no questions in there because you guys were just great talking amongst yourselves. Oh, Texas Hippie Coalition. Your shirt.
Oh, right, yes.
Lando says he had his fireplace on the last couple nights too. Nice.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Dennis says, hey guys, please tell Godin to bring back the Freeway Classic.
That's a good guitar.
Yeah.
And I don't like what they've replaced it with. I'm in the same boat with you.
Okay.
I think the Freeway Classic was a superior.
We'll call them tomorrow.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll ring them up.
Yeah. Well,
Mr. LePatry?
I wouldn't have time tomorrow because I work retail and we're doing a Black Friday sale. Yay!
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm preparing a paper on fireproofing tomorrow, or fireproofing inspection. The inspection of intumescent epoxy fireproofing coatings. You know what I know about intumescent fireproofing epoxy coatings? All of what I've learned in the last 2 weeks researching work to put together a paperwork on inspection of intumescent epoxy coatings. Seen lots of videos.
Dennis says thanks, by the way. That will speak to Godin.
Oh.
He's like, thanks.
Not a problem. He's like 6 igloos down. You know what? I'll probably even fire up the sled after.
Guitar Hack says tried more PRS guitars last week. Still couldn't bond with them. You know,
they're nice.
I'm
guitars.
not even saying these days for me. It's crazy. Like, it's hard for me with a lot of new guitars. I think it's because I like a sanded neck. You know, there's a lot of my idiosyncrasies, but that was like I get it because I've bonded with very few PRSs, and it reminds me of the time I went to the flagship Evil Empire on Bloor in Toronto looking for Les Pauls. Remember that day I was up there with the band, and I had to have played 15 Les Pauls that day, and not one I went, yes, this is, you know, I really bonded with it. Now, there was a couple that I was like, oh, these are pretty good, but with the money for a new Les Paul, it wasn't pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad we didn't pick up gear that day because it was just, I just couldn't bond with it. And God bless the guys, they were throwing all kinds of stuff, even like a Gretsch like yours and stuff, but maybe it was the setups or what. And I was trying to not think about that, but it was just like the necks just didn't feel right, and it was weird. Very weird. Yeah, Guitar X mentioned, not for lack of trying. Let's see here. Mayhem, did he say the hip epoxy coating? THC research, that sounds like Richie's type of research.
Intumescent epoxy coating. It's neat stuff. You want to see a cool video, look at it. Check that out after.
Oh, okay.
It's expanding.
See, I saw Shane talk about something with Texas Heat. I'm like, wait a minute, scroll back. Rick was mentioning, because you know he is the PV Bandit guy. Shane is, of course. You know, found a Red Stripe Bandit with Texas Heat speaker in it.
Oh.
Said if the price is right, sure, $150 used. Really? Ain't too shabby.
Yeah, that isn't bad though.
No. Love the look of the Vela, but didn't feel good. Yeah, I get it. Let's see here. Nickerson can't get the 2019 Les Paul Jr. out of his head. Well, you see, what you got to do, apparently, I know. Look at a Meteora, apparently, because that cures that gas. Right, Hack? Because we know Hack's been gassing for one of those juniors for a while now. And then he played the Meteora, and he's, I got to have one of these now. Sorry, buddy, had to throw you under the bus.
Yeah, wow, seeing my face in the camera, I definitely was spraying polyurethane today. My face is red, wow. It doesn't just feel that way, it looks that way too.
Well, apparently they like that comment. So who's buying a 4K TV tomorrow? Absolute Mayhem says. Dude, I don't even own a flat screen TV. That's how old school I am.
I just got one a month or so ago.
Let's see. Lando says he runs his DSL 20HR into a Texas Heat. Very cool.
Yeah, that'd be a creepy sound.
You guys are saying, if you're gonna pull put down $3,000 on a guitar, it better feel right, for sure.
Yeah. Really.
Speaking of which, not a lot of used gear are in the area. Like I did a fairly wide search of like a 90-kilometer region for me, which is low population density. But generally,
the last month and a half, it's just been dead on there.
Yeah, it's like, usually 25, 30 guitars, and now it's 6.
Yeah,
there's the 3 from the pawn shop in Trenton that have been there for months.
The only cool stuff
those
I've seen lately is, as I was saying earlier, that 500 or best offer SG with the case. And the Tony Iommi and the P94.
Yep.
Which, if I had the money, I'd probably pick it up. Not that I need it.
Yeah, because I was looking to, do
if I could get him to like go for $425 or something, I'd buy it. Just be like, well, now I've got that. There's a Jag bass, guy in, I want to say Coburg or Napanee. I can't remember which of the two it was. 150 Squire, but still, it's a pretty good deal.
Well, we can get into that whole thing, Guitar Hack. We will.
Like,
there's my rant for the week.
There really hasn't been that much cool stuff lately.
All right, rant of the week, because one of the things... apparently, Guitar Hack says $2,000 doesn't warrant a case with PRS. LOL. You know what? If you spend $1,000 on a guitar, you should get a hard shell case. That's $1,000 for a lot of people. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, that's not. You're not spending a few hundred on a beginner guitar.
Yeah, this isn't like chump change.
Yeah,
it's a substantial.
I think for in today's day and age, because you can get a lot of really nice guitars for $1,000. That $800-900 price point. I was
about to say just under $1,000.
Let alone $800-900 US. Which we'll say is that 12-13 range, right?
You can get in some really nice.
All those guitars should have hard shell cases. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like,
and the one that absolutely, I was about to say the K word, but absolutely befuddles me. That's a better word.
There we go.
Gretsch.
Yeah.
They should, for what they charge for their cases, which is peanuts.
Yeah.
They should just throw the bloody thing in with your purchase. I was looking.
This is what we're saying.
$89, $89.99 for the case for my Jet. If you could sell the thing for $89 and be making profit on it, throw the damn thing in with the guitar when you buy it. Come on, folks. I know it's not a great case. It's just a not so bad hard shell case with Gretsch branded on the front.
All right.
But if you could sell it for $90, just throw it in with the guitar when somebody buys a $600 guitar.
Here we go.
For Pete's sakes.
Big Rebs SC, by the way, welcome. Hello. I've got $2,000 burning a hole in my pocket, a big ass 4K TV, or a new guitar. Forget the TV. You don't need a TV. TVs. Get the guitar. $2,000. I'm gonna say US. What would you get? Assuming you're not finding a deal.
And this would be me, I would buy a TV, because you can get a really good TV for like $600-700, 4K, and then spend the rest on a guitar.
Yeah.
That would be me.
And in around
I would get both, because I'm the kind of guy that likes the cake, but I don't just want to look at the cake. I
okay, let's go with that.
As well.
So you bought the TV, and I'd say for about $1,300 US, you're going to get yourself a nice Brad Paisley telly.
That's not a bad investment.
There you go. Brad Paisley telly and a $600-700 TV. Get them both.
Yeah. Have your cake and eat it too, my friend.
And what you do is, as you're bringing that big TV box into the house, you got the guitar right behind it. And those Paisley tellies weigh nothing. You can tape it right to the side.
Yeah. Nobody needs to know until it's already in the house.
Yep.
Sneaking guitars in 101. Yeah, I mean that's the middle road, right? So I mean, like for $2,000, you can get one heck of a TV. But that's like, how are you moving it?
Yeah.
You and what?
Scott Nickerson says, "I so want the Warren Ebony Double Cut Junior."
Yeah, isn't that sexy?
Yeah.
Like all kinds of sexy.
Sister says, "Great show, Big Bro and Rich." Thank you.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Les Paul Classic 2019 for Guitar Hack. Todd Flower says, "Wrong place to ask about a TV." Or and then Sinner says, "Buy a $400 TV on Black Friday and get a guitar." Of course.
Yeah, I didn't even think about Black Friday. Yeah, go buy your TV tomorrow. Like, go buy the $600-700 TV for like $300, and then go buy a nice ass whooping guitar.
Says all my life's questions have been answered. Thanks, guys. Glad we can help.
We do our best. We do our best, my friend.
And by the way, when you buy the TV, tell it it's for the wife. You bought her the TV.
Honey, look what I bought for the house.
Yep.
For our home.
Yep. If you need me, I'll be in my area.
And if you need me, I won't be playing a brand new guitar I just bought you.
Yeah. What costs more? Oh, the TV for sure.
Oh, the TV costs way more, honey.
Yeah.
I barely had enough of the. Actually, I had to put in like $50 of my own, like extra money on it.
Yeah, no, see, now that's different, right, Troy? He says, I was just saying I bought a Martin D28 and I asked, does it come with a case? Yes, stupid me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad, when he bought our 28,
Martin
it came with
doesn't,
a flight case.
as the kids say, F around.
No.
Yeah, they kind of recognize that when you're buying a Martin, you're making a substantial investment, and they respect that investment by giving you a case with your guitar.
Exactly.
Because Martin's good like that.
Yeah. Exactly. And yeah. Congrats on the guitar, by the way.
Yes, congratulations.
I grew up with that sound in my head, so.
That's one of the ones that's on my big wish list. We'll be going to D28 one day.
Yeah.
Or J45, one or two. Whichever I came across first and had the money.
Well, Rick Heffner also makes you get a guitar and an amp, and F the TV. You know, that's an option too. It all depends on what you want to spend. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't need. Well, none of us need, but you know, like the $4,000 or $5,000 guitar, like they're great and all, but my God, I'd rather have 10 guitars in around that 1,500 to $2,000, or you know, whatever. You know, like because you're still getting quality, but you're not having to overpay.
Now
that being said, I picked up some $5,000 custom shop tellies and went, oh my God, okay. But you know, but then again, just have them sprayed in nitro and relic yourself, because it doesn't take long. It all falls apart in no time anyhow.
Yeah, I was saying to David recently when he was talking about he bought that Epiphone Emperor Regent Zephyr or whatever, the big fancy jazz guitar. Like a $1,300 guitar.
Ouch.
And it's like, I mean, you just like David just rocks out in his living room or whatever, and like that's it. And I was like, man, I couldn't do it. And he's like, you got nothing? It's like, no, I couldn't do it. He's like, why? I'm like, because something in my head tells me that like if you can't make a $500 guitar sound good, putting another $1,000 in front of that $500 is not gonna do it. Like, you're just gonna be out a bunch more money, and if you can't make the $500 guitar sound good, the $1,500 guitar is not going to make you sound any better.
And I'm really digging all the new stuff. Like I'm hearing about all these different companies around the world and stuff, and they're all building these guitars. And like again, that $1,500 US price point.
That seems to be.
It's amazing what you can find.
Oh yeah, that is
amazing.
It's a cornucopia. If you're of the budget that you can break the $1,000 mark.
Or even at the like $1,100-$1,200 even, you know, when you get into there. Because there is a group of guitars, almost like as soon as you hit, I want to say $800 to $900 US, every $100 there's a group of 4 to 5 guitars at every $100 price point that you can find, you know, because there's out of the 50, 60 companies and all their different brands, you know, big builders, small builders. It seems like you can find something cool that it's going to be unique to you.
I find that is the cutoff line.
And with that said, if you find a used big name guitar,
$800-$900 US, you're getting into some really, really nice guitars. Inarguably nice guitars.
All right, so mid-range, Rick says mid-range, I consider $500 US. Okay, are we talking new or used? Because new, I can get that, because that's the collection of cool stuff, a lot of import stuff, but you can get quite a variety of stuff for $500 US. Because that's about $7 here. And so we're talking, you know, your Epiphones and some of the barely into the Mexican Fenders these days, you know, or a really nice Squire. So it's like a high-end Squire.
Yeah, again, you're pretty well, depending what you're looking for.
Yeah, what I hate is that price point where it's like, it's sort of like, you know, do I buy the absolute best Epiphone or the crappiest Gibson? You know, sort of like the very best Squire, absolute worst Fender.
That's where I'm at.
That's that weird.
That's where I'm at with my next Les Paul purchase.
Yeah.
Is do I want to just like buy an Epi, gut it out, and just do it up? Or do I want to actually have a Gibson Les Paul?
Right.
Can I justify what I'm going to be paying, price difference, and
And if you're buying
How
it
much
the
am I
bare
willing to
minimum, you're probably
compromise?
still end up having
Yeah.
to upgrade it.
How much am I willing to compromise and get like a studio, and like how much am I willing to compromise and get like a finish I'm not all that thrilled with? Whereas the Epiphone, I can pretty much get it in the exact finish and the exact top I want. And, like,
Right. And if you want binding, you got the binding.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's Tony's thing. Tony's like, I'd never buy another Les Paul. He's like, I'd just buy an Epiphone and drop the extra 200, 300
Well,
bucks.
yeah,
in
and
parts.
that's cool.
He's like, they look better. He's like, you're not getting a good looking Les Paul till you're getting like well over the $2,000 mark.
Yeah,
He's like,
exactly.
yeah, I know you got a point. Like the Les Paul traditionals, as much as I love them, and I really, really, really want one of the Honeycrisp Les Paul traditionals, those are some ugly chunks of wood they're using. Like just some of them.
Yeah, like Rick says, new or used, and
ass
upgrade to
ugly
your
maple
satisfaction.
you've ever seen in your life.
Yep.
And I mean, I dig that 70s plain top look. So like, it's
Yep.
not a total deal.
Well, and
killer
that's
for
the
me.
thing. Like, and we are
But
in
they're
that
ugly.
minority. I don't mind a plain top Les Paul because
No, I like
that's
it.
what I grew up watching. Everyone playing the '70s Les Pauls live because the '50s were still in the studio.
Yeah.
Because '50s were, your '59 Les Paul wasn't the holy grail it was today. In the '80s,
But
that
it was your good one.
Everybody had their one good one, yeah, which was a 58 through 60 that they recorded a lot of albums in the 70s and 80s on. And then they would tour with either a 70s plain top Les Paul, or that's when they're doing their BC Rich, Kramer.
Yeah.
Not take away from those companies, but a lot of those bands that toured with those guitars weren't
Were
playing them in the
using
studio.
the
They're
Les
using
Paul in the
Strats
studio.
and Les Pauls in the studio and stuff like that. So,
But yeah, and
a deluxe Roadhouse Strat, $800, better than an American Special. Look at the specs. There you go. That's what you got to look at, is other than you're figuring your rate per hour, you're paying shop rate to build the guitar, one country versus another. And then when you get into, like, we'll say for instance, your high-end Epiphone versus your low-end Gibson. Your high-end Epiphone wood is probably still a little below the Gibson standard, but it's damn close. If not, some cases, it has been
depends.
the
If
same
you're going with the
historically.
Japanese Epiphone elitists, you're getting wood that's on par.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting wood that's on par. But again, you're paying prices that are on par. You're paying for a $1,200.
Anything out of Japan.
You're buying a $1,200 Epiphone.
Exactly.
So going into that, you're getting a
The
guitar.
only problem with buying the $1,200 Epiphone out of Japan
is if you plan on reselling it.
Yeah, because you got to explain what it is. And
And
unless
even
that other
then,
person
unless
knows.
somebody's looking for one of those, you're taking a huge bath on that.
Yeah, because you're selling it for the same price as basically what a Korean one goes for now. The older Korean ones.
Yeah, it's you're
Speaking of
gonna be
which,
taking a huge
I
bath.
was going to talk to you about that mine.
Yes.
Now that the weather has got to the point where I can't shoot it, I might see if you could shoot it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can.
I got all the supplies and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Say strip off all the parts.
Oh
so
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
want
Oh yeah, I'd
anything.
bring it over fully prepped. Like I'd even have it taped and everything. So
Yeah,
all
say
you
strip
literally
it,
have to.
mask it. I'll take it into work. Blow a coat on it.
Cool. Yeah. Because Hack was with me. I still haven't got around to using that paint hack. Just been busy and. But every once in a while, I think
we're
I kinda feel
about
that.
to get really busy too, so it might not be for a little while.
Yeah. Well, it's been sitting for. The project's been ongoing for the better part of a year. So. Yeah. So awesome.
We've had a client of ours whose test range for their product has been down for the last 3 or 4 months.
Right on, Hack.
So they're 3 or 4 months behind. And now
Right.
they've gotten in a rush, gotten caught up. So we're getting 3 or 4 months worth of work coming at us.
Right.
That needs to be turned around in like 2 months.
Gotcha. Well, it's about that time. Yeah.
It is, in
Anything
fact.
else to add, sir?
Not impressed with the roving postal strikes right now.
There we go.
I've got 2 pedals sitting somewhere in the ether
Yes.
that were supposed to be here last Wednesday and are not going to be here until next Wednesday. And I'm really losing patience with the scenario.
Thank you, Dennis. I
That's
was just
it,
going to
that's
mention
about
that. I noticed a lot of new names in the chat tonight. That's awesome.
Yes, lots of names I didn't
Thank you.
recognize.
If you
Great
dug
to see
it,
you all.
Dennis said, I'm new here. I'm
Hope
going
to
to
see you
sub.
again.
Like your Hangouts. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one that tunes in. I think we both do, obviously.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning
So,
in.
yeah, if you're new, please subscribe if you dig it. We do the show every week, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific,
On Thursdays.
on Thursdays. We've only missed one so far. And sometimes, if one of us can't make it, we still manage to put a show together. So, as well as, let me think, coming up this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we got
Sunday!
Mark Hazansky from Tone Talk coming back, hanging out, talking some gear, and probably, looking forward to NAMM and stuff. Maybe talk a little bit about Dave's trip to Europe. He's been talking to him and stuff. Gonna talk about that. And then on Monday, I'm not sure if there is going to be a hangout yet. If there is, it's going to be a surprise. Got a couple things in mind, but I also got to see if I'm free that day. I may have some obligations to not be able to do it. So other than that, then next Thursday again, and then boom, roundtable the following Sunday.
Yeah.
So that's going to be awesome. So anyways, folks, thanks again for tuning in. Check out the links down below. But oh yeah, we got a new t-shirt design. If you guys saw the thumbnail,
yes, check
new
it out.
T-shirt design available now on spreadshirt.ca. Link down below.
Stock your wardrobe to send me a Canucks with the guitars merchandise.
I hope you guys have a great night. Thanksgiving to you all to the south. My sister says yes, exactly. Hey,
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
gobble gobble gobble. There's some links down below for some other cool channels. Check them out as well.
Yes.
If you're watching on replay, a new video will be right about here. So until next time, hold those doors open. Let that guy in ahead of you in traffic. Do good things, and good things will happen to you. Karma's real, folks. Cheers.
Have a good night.
Rock on.